Can you invite Bar, by the way, once we get into the lobby?
I am loading.
Hmm.
Someone joined FRL.
I think we are live.
Yep, we are live.
Hello and welcome. As we've already got a little bit of a glitch, but hello and welcome to FRL 4. This is
Thijs
round
joined.
6. Oh, Parrot. This is round 6 for the Canadian Grand Prix, and hopefully we'll be seeing some good racing. The last time winner in Baku, Alf King's actually been promoted now to F3, so this opens the door for hopefully maybe a new winner with VIP GTA game who's serving a qualifying ban. Little bit of a glitch, it seems, already. Hopefully that doesn't change anything. I'll probably keep track of the Discord to make sure there is no glitch, but at the moment it doesn't look very good.
I see some flags or something. The flag is out already. How?
Just checking to make sure.
I think near lobby.
Okay, I think we're gonna have a restart here, so I'm just gonna leave. It's not great considering we were only in there for not too long. Hopefully this isn't for the new lobby, but it didn't look good to start off with, so new lobby.
How can this happen, man?
At least we'll get everyone joining in on time, so there won't be more glitches, hopefully. And we haven't wasted too long, only 3 minutes late, and we've been more late in the past, so I'll send all the invites. Apologies, obviously, this isn't the way we wanted to start the stream, but it should be fine.
Wait, I put you harder on my headset.
Sure, sure. Because I'll just be now sending invites to all the drivers, so hopefully I'll join. Nah, I think a lot of people had the same as me, so it is a restart for sure. I mean, continue if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just send invites gradually, one by one. As yeah, everyone's just one by one hopefully going to join. Fingers crossed. As we've got a few now starting to join in slowly but surely. I mean, it's glitched on my end, and I'm a commentator, and usually, obviously, you don't see glitches on our side, so that's a bit of a worry. But yeah, it's starting to fill up now. But yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, we can't do much about it. I'll just, if Harry, you can help with the invites, I'll start to explain the standings and how everything stands at the moment in F4, as it's quite a mouthful to say the least. So I'll get rid of the blue screen, and hopefully people will join individually. Oh, Steven's now here, so that'll definitely help with getting the invites done. I'll go to see the standings, because the standings are quite interesting for F4. Currently just looking as everyone's, yeah, flooding into the session. In terms of the drivers' standings here, after 5 races, with Baku being the last one out with Elf King winning, we have Elf King on top, who's left or been moved up to F3. He's on 90 points, but that won't be for very much long. Also
I'm gonna
got
restart my game.
yeah, we got VIP GTA Gamer 9 points behind, who is in F4 but serving quali ban on 81. Demoniac has no qualifying ban, he's on 72. Jim Straven 4th on 40. Evil Zoo rounds off the top 5 and 35. I'm just going to send out a few more invites just to make sure everyone is in the lobby, as I imagine a few people haven't got the memo and maybe haven't realised we're doing a restart. Hopefully they do. Looking through, Jim Strav, Lewis hasn't joined. Look how I see he's missed a few races. Hopefully he can join. That's Parrot. I think you need an invite as well, don't you? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, you should be fine. And as we've now got 18 drivers, we are live, so that helps. And I think we're still waiting maybe on one or two more, because we did, I think, have 19, if I'm not mistaken. But, as a Parrot joins, so... and obviously he's going to be spectator. So I'll just double check one last time, just to make sure we're not missing anyone out. I think VRPGHA Gamer hasn't joined, so he's maybe the one we're missing. After inviting him, hopefully he joins with maybe 30 seconds, and then we can get going. Invite sent again, and I think everyone can start readying up. So, just gonna tell the drivers in Discord to ready up, and hopefully VRPGHA Gamer joins soon enough.
And do you did all the settings or?
I think all the settings are right. They should be right.
I hope so.
But it's going to be an interesting race to see. Hopefully we get a new winner. And I think F3 are having some issues as well. So it's not the best of days. Hopefully maybe the new patch on PS4 hasn't done this. But seems as though VRPGHA Gamer, hopefully him joining in quali won't affect anything, but I think everyone's in as he joins now, so fingers crossed we don't have the same glitch with the checkered flag, otherwise we're going to have to do a whole nother restart, or maybe VRPGHA Gamer could leave and then it might fix itself. But also going to read out constructors standings just while we wait, and everything looks fine, so thankfully it all looks good. Hopefully we see VRPGHA Gamer taking over, making it a 19th driver. But in terms of constructor standings, I'll read out all of them. Ferrari lead the way with 106 points, just one more than Williams in second. Alpine are on 91 in third. Alfa Romeo make up the top four with 57. They're slacking quite a bit with Zook and Mr. Captain America, or Bar as he's known, in putting in some poor performances. 20 behind them with 37 points is AlphaTauri in 5th, McLaren in 6th on 33, Haas with 30 in 7th, Red Bull are on 23 sitting in 8th, and Mercedes just behind Red Bull in 9th with 19 points, so they're sticking close to each other just like real life. And Aston Martin bring up the rear with 9 points with no pool, but I think Humanoids. Yeah, Humanoid and Mini are going to be the drivers for today, and as I think there's a Williams, so we'll see who that is. I think it's Pippo, and yeah, it is Pippo, so see what Pippo can do. Last time out, I think Pippo, he crashed on the last out. He did manage to get points due to the 90% rule though, so that served him quite well. But Parrot, after seeing the Baku race, are you expecting anything coming to this round of Canada? Some more safety cars and a bit more drama?
I don't know. This is no street circuit, but we got a lot in the first races. So yeah, my English sucks.
As I think, I'm just saying Highlander didn't get an invite. I'm not. I think joining quali is a little bit better now, so he maybe can go through the PSN chat.
I don't know.
But yeah, Pippo's just going to come down the one of the 3 DRS straights. Canada, quite a short track in length, or time at least, like Austria, but it has a lot of DRS zones, so there's going to be quite a lot of overtaking, as it's a little bit of weird with a lap count there. As that sorts itself out a little bit better. As Pippo is hopefully going to take us through a lap. Highlander's joined. I don't think... Oh, I hope we don't get any glitches. But Pippo navigating the first corner quite nicely and going through, I think this is called Senna. Keeping it quite clean, keeping the lap going. And then Pippo taking it through the first of the chicanes. There's a lot of chicanes here at Canada, which you have to be careful for, especially with spinning up the tyres, something obviously you don't want to do at all. Coming through, I think this is turn 7 onto the second DRS straight after the start-finish line straight. Then coming into turn 8, under the tunnel here, or I guess bridge as you would call it. Pippo, the Italian, making it quite nicely through there. We'll see if second sector split, so the man who's in 17th, I'm sure he's going to easily go to the top unless he invalidates, which is quite easy to do at the chicane of 13-14 coming through the Wall of Champions. That's the last thing you want to do, is crash out, as the Mercedes I think has gone for a spin. Not sure which one that is. That looks to be in the first sector, but he's reaching a bit of traffic here. Pippo, I think a Red Bull ahead, but that shouldn't hinder him too much. Very clean lap here by Pippo, not the fastest but quite a consistent one, and we're going to see where it puts him. Obviously going to be first, but it's a 10.3, which isn't too shabby in terms of F4 standards, is it, Parrot?
I swear I don't know. I don't know this drivers. So.
But actually, the new driver as well, Evo, he's going to go to second, which isn't too bad of a time from him. And the Mercedes, of course, and then I think a Ferrari might be starting its lap, but there's Demoniac who's invalidated. Oh, Steven, he's going to be
on the
pushing.
line, 1:11.7.
As I think that's a bit slow from Evil. Hopefully he's going to be improving on that. As it'd be nice to see him go back to his competitive form after round 1, obviously at Bahrain, where he had those awful issues. Another FRL driver tied. He's gone third, and we'll be seeing if maybe he's got his teammate Highlander now in the car. I think Volvo's not able to make it, but looking at Demoniac's now starting his first push lap, which is valid for now. We're seeing 90. Easily going to get right up the grid as well, since his rival, VRPGHA Game Serving Qualiban, but he invalidates again Demoniac, and that means obviously it's going to be another waste of time, and hopefully he'll be able to get in 3 runs in this session, but maybe if he has the fuel he can still do the 4. Looks as though with the fuel limiter not coming up he'll be able to make it, but looking through the rest of the drives, so Steven on medium, see what he can do. 42.6, that's not the most competitive middle sector. Negotiates the bumpy chicane if you ride over the curves. Well, Steven up to the line, it's not going to look too bad, as it's 5th place for him. Only 2/10 off Evil Zook, and he's on the mediums, so maybe Steven a dark horse for winning it, Parrot?
What?
Steven to win it, if you caught that.
I don't know how much faster are the softs than the mediums, so it's never 1.4 tenths, I think 1 second to 4 tenths, so I don't know.
Yeah, as Evo just saying there, his debut, as I think we're going on board with Bar here through the last chicane. Hopefully he doesn't pit. There's yellow flags up ahead, so he's going to have to be careful. I think that's his teammate. It's Evil Zook. I reckon he's gone for a spin. And Evil Zook has gone for a spin, and he's lost his whole front wing, so his teammate is going to catch up to him. And it's a pretty uncompetitive lap time from Bar, so hopefully his teammate doesn't impede him. But really sloppy lap here from Bar. I don't think he's been able to get in the practice. He's very hesitant into the first sector, and it's not the prettiest of laps. As looking round the grid, Ayrton Senna, he's pushing. He's low on fuel though, so I imagine he is going to pit. Can I see the chicane? See if he can take a bit better than O'Steven can. He does miss the apex, and he does invalidate, and that's Ayrton Senna's lap over. O'Steven,
this is the next lap, I think.
Yeah, and that's going to be as this next lap invalidate, as you said, as it's at the hairpin. But Illicit Brownie, he's 4/10 up, so this is going to mix it with the top 2 here probably, if he can hook up this last sector. Going to be interesting for Illicit Brownie.
Champions really hard, so...
He's got no ERS, is Demoniac. He goes up into 3rd, so that's going to do his invalidation. As looking around a grid, there's a lot of invalidations around Canada, which isn't rare with the amount of chicanes, and it's pretty much like a street track with a lot of curbs, so it's very easy to exceed the track. Demoniac's, I think, pushing, but he's slow. Andy's invalidated. Brownie's invalidated. Ties gets very close to the Red Bull. The Red Bull nearly punts him, but he's on an outlap for now. O'Steven is pushing again, but I don't think O'Steven's going to be on a lap here. I imagine he's going to pit, but he doesn't pit. Oh, as he gets very close to the wall, and I don't think it's going to be a good lap. Very close, to be fair, though, on old tyres as Ayrton Senna goes off. But anyone you got your eye on, anyone you got your eye on, Parrot?
What?
Anyone you're watching at the moment in qualifying?
Yeah, RYs or something.
And Arai is just looking the Red Bull, going, maybe he was the man who got pretty close to tyres when he was on his outlap, but he's going to be coming through the chicane. He's at the moment 19th, obviously going to just, I think setting a lap time already puts you in P13, so you need that confidence boost. He doesn't invalidate,
that and was a good one. That's
it's going to look really good. It's actually going to be, oh so close to pole, 3 tenths. Pretty strong lap from Arise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jesse yes, as well, just looking.
Yeah, I'm saying that's really different than you. Jesse Messi now. It goes into the wall there. So you have damage, I think.
Yeah, hopefully not for Jesse. Obviously, damages on standard for both the damage rate and the normal damage. So hopefully, for his sake, he hasn't got it, as he's still pushing. So I imagine he's doing just fine. 42.2, that's about 4 tenths up on O Steven. So he's looking to go
P7. 41 then.
As Evo does a 10.1, and that's very strong considering a lot of the time trials I think for the F4 guys are around mid-9s, and obviously it's very hard to hook up a very consistent lap as Jesse invalidates. He got that chicane all kinds of wrong.
Evo the new driver.
As Evo, yeah, as you said, making his debut, and I think I thought he was going to be pushing again, but he isn't. He's 4 seconds down as Jake's making his return. I don't think he came to race with us in Baku.
Cryptic 8 tenths faster than his last time.
As Cryptic, as you said, that's going to be putting him. It's going to be putting him in quite a good place. He's actually looking really good on this time. 10 seconds, 11 seconds, not too bad at all from Cryptic. He goes just a second off the lead lap time, but he's 5 tenths off his teammate, which is an unusual with a Red Bull as he does spin that.
Lewis, World Championship now.
Looking not great.
And this the next lap, I think, but I don't know.
As Lewis, he has got this next lap invalidation. He's yet to set a lap time, so that's going to hinder him. Highlander's invalidated, Jesse's invalidated, Jake's invalidated. So not too many drivers on laps, but Ajax or Evo.
Evo Zook, 2 tenths faster.
As Evil Zook probably going ball with him. I think he's quite far through his lap. We'll be seeing his second sector split, so interesting for the Alfa Romeo, but navigating the chicane. Pretty conservative, nice and smooth. Pressure not getting to him, you would like to think. As he's 2 tenths up. And that's going to put him... He's actually not going to improve, so he's going to have to make pretty big improvement if he wants to catch the likes of Cryptic and maybe a Brownie if he absolutely nails this last sector. But the Alfa Romeo actually almost 2 seconds ahead of his teammate. He's going to come through the chicane. Takes it pretty steady. Didn't really send it. Obviously quite a
Evo
few
2 tenths faster now.
As Evil Zook only improves by, I think, I couldn't really see there. But apparently we got 15 views. I'm not sure how we've got 15 views. Is that true?
Rabbit and Bounty.
As we are, we do have 15 views. I don't know how. Maybe it's half the drivers watching, but that's pretty impressive. As Alyssa Brownie, I think he's improved by 5 tenths. As I think, as you say, there. But he was improving as well, so he's, I think, the favourite driver to maybe get into the 9s and break the 10-second barrier. And that's going to be quite interesting to see if he can, or maybe even Pippo. And Demoniac is probably on a lap. Go on
and he did the next lap.
As Bar stuffs up his lap, so go on board with Demoniac, see what he can do. He also invalidates, so a lot of drivers not really performing when it counts, but Illicit Brownie, he's up by 2 tenths here, and he's crashed out. I think that's turn 2, probably went straight up. Illicit Brownie, he's 4 tenths up here. I think he did a pretty good last chicane for the last run.
Senna, F traffic.
As you say, I think that's Ayrton Senna. He's in the other McLaren, who's got a bit of traffic, as you can see through there, into the chicane at 8 and 9. But all eyes are on Brownie at the moment. In the McLarens, coming through the last chicane, what can he do? He takes it very steady. I reckon he's lost a lot of lap time, but it's 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. And it's an improvement by 4 tenths. And that's going to put him really close now to a front row start if he can gain a few more tenths or actually he needs to gain 3/10 as Jim's drive retires as well, but it's looking a pretty competitive grid, isn't it, Parrot? Very close.
Yeah, but Evo is really fast on this track. But yeah. Normal we see Fib GTA Gamer on the front row, but he not got settled on.
I was just looking at Demoniac here. He's been very poor at the chicane, but I think he's managed to get through there without an invalid. So now we can start to push on, and I think Demoniac's got a lot of time in this lap of the Ferrari. At the moment, going back to the championship, he's 18 points off the championship leader, which is Alf King. But the thing with Alf King is he is in F3 this time, so that means obviously he's going to be, no matter what, gaining or not losing any points on him. Demoniac, he's 1.5 tenths up here, so this is looking good for P3. He just needs to keep a steady head. He's very good at this, especially in pre-season on the first round, getting all the wins there. Just needs to make sure he keeps a cool head in a Ferrari, going bolting down the Casino Straight, I think this is called. But coming through the Wall of Champions corner, hopefully he doesn't bin it into the wall. He manages to get through there quite well, and he's going to come up to the line. It looks a quite decent lap time. What's it going to be? And it's a very good lap time to put him up to P3. He did lose a little bit of time in the chicane, but overall he's now in third.
FRL Lewis just hauled up his teammate J Gamer. That's not really smart.
The two brothers not really helping each other at all, but Parrot, do you think, can you see anyone who's improving at the moment?
I'm gonna watch to the Highlanders.
Highlander, who's actually down in 18th.
Oh, in the wall.
As you say, I think he's looks like he's lost a bit of his front wing.
Yeah, he lost it.
As going back on board with Arise. Arise is 1.5 tenths up here. He nearly did a 41 for the second sector splits, which shows how competitive Evo is there on a 10.1. Arise has to absolutely nail this last chicane, and he did it brilliantly last time. He does it pretty well this time. What's it going to be? Can he possibly snatch pole? I don't think he will, but he doesn't even improve. And that's going to be disappointing for Arise, as he knows Demoniac has improved a few minutes ago.
Slip this toe, whoa.
As Taj is catching Mini Mockingjay as Mini Mockingjay pits, but did you say Taj got a little bit held up on his lap?
No.
As actually he's going to come up to line. This should be a good lap, and he is improved very slightly, but that small improvement puts him in 6th. As Arise isn't pushing, as we know, so I think it's Lewis.
Yes, Messi now going into his fast lap.
Lewis is going to try and stick a lap time on here. 20.1 isn't too shabby. He's looking quite far at the grid, though he does take the chicane fairly slowly. See what the Alpine can do. He's going to try and be up there like his teammate Alf King has been in the last 2 races. Negotiating the chicane. Can he keep it valid? He can, Lewis. So coming through the second sector split, maybe it's going to be a 42 mids, I'd have a guess. 42.8, so he's lost a little bit of time compared to the leaders. But Lewis coming through the hairpin now. He's going to have to be very careful on the traction as he gets slightly wiser, not wanting to use the curb and keep it a bit more to the right. Coming down the Casino straight here. He's low on battery. That's going to lose him a little bit of time here. A minute left here, so this is really squeaky bum time for Lewis. He's going to come through the chicane. Can he keep it valid? He can! As he does. And Lewis, this is going to be his first lap time of the session. What's it going to be for Lewis? And it's P12, which isn't too bad. As ties by 9 thousandths. That's pole. And we completely missed that, or at least I did. But Parrot, did you catch that on board with ties?
No, I'm watching by just Messi now go to P4 with a 110.6.
As Evo, I think, is going to try and respond to. He is going to really want to reclaim that pole. And he's up by 65 thousandths here, Evo. See what he can do coming through the chicane. I think that's Lewis who gets out of the way of him, or Pippo. And coming through this little mini DRS straight up to turn 8 and 9. The chicane under the bridge. Ayrton Senna's ahead of him. He needs to get out of the way, and he gives him a bit of dirty air, and I can't imagine that helped him. But Tides was ahead of Ayrton Senna and ahead of a Ferrari, and he's not improving too much, but it's not looking too shabby. So if Tides sends this on his last run, he could possibly get very close to the 10 zeros. So Tyres is going to have to absolutely nail this last chicane,
Huh?
as he's a little bit cautious and he invalidates, and that's Tyres qualifying over, I fear. Pippo, he's up by a tenth, so it's really heating up here. Parrot, anyone you're following at the moment, as I think Jesse's popped up to fourth?
No, I'm not watching to fast laps now.
As Pippo coming through the second
yeah,
sector split. Pippo, 41.6, that is electric. And now Pippo, if you can just hook up this these last two corners, it's going to be brilliant. Pippo actually using the far away camera so you can see the whole car. So I'm not sure whether that's going to help him or not. I think he might be getting a bit of a slipstream from the Aston Martin. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate, and it looks pretty good. I think this is going to be pole from Pippo. He's getting a slipstream as well. What's it going to be for Pippo? It's going to be a 109.9. What a lap time from Pippo. Steals pole right at the death. Brilliant lap time.
1/10 faster right now.
As you say, Evo, he's 1/10 faster in the Mercedes. He's going to try and do Hamilton, and right at the end, try and take away pole position from Pippo, the Italian man. It's at the moment, it's an FRL 1-2. Tied is invalidated, so it's all hopes of Toto Wolff. Leon Evo here coming through the chicane. He takes it very nicely. This could be taking pole away again. What's going to be? Evo's done a 109.8. What a lap time from Evo in a Mercedes. 75 thousandths ahead of Pippo. What a lap time. And is anyone going to be able to respond? Is O'Stephen on a lap?
Jake says this faster. He hits the wall here.
As O'Stephen coming through the chicane, I think O'Stephen's not going to improve. It's going to be P11 for him, which isn't too bad as Mini, I think's the other one. O'Stephen doesn't improve, and Mini's not really improving, so I don't think he's going to trouble for pole, but you never know till you know in FRL. And Mini coming through the chicane. He keeps it clean, and this is going to be good, hopefully, for Mini. Maybe he can snatch P11 away, as he doesn't improve, and that means Pippo, obviously, can't improve either. And here is your pole sitter, Mr. Evo, into Mercedes. And that's a Mercedes masterclass if I've ever seen it, Parrot.
Wait, I'm reading something in there.
As I've just seen, have you seen what O'Stephen said in the comments?
Nope.
Rain at the start of the race, clearing up halfway through. So get your popcorn, this is going to be an absolute cracker. I quite quickly need the toilet, and I'll be back for the race, so I'll hand it over to you, Parrot, just for about a minute, hopefully.
How? I don't know what I'm gonna say. Hoor me laughing in the chat. Qualifying over right now. The FRL F4 Canadian Grand Prix. Evo P1 with a 1.09854. Pippo now P2, Thijs P3, Jesse Messi now P4, Demoniac P5, Arise P6, Little Brownie P7, Andy P8, Ayrton Senna P9, J Gamer P10, O'Stephen P11, Cryptic P12, Evo Zulk P30, Efra Lewis P14, Minimon Gindelsong P50, Bar P60, VIP GTA Game P17, Humanoid P80, The Highlander P90 and James 12 P20. So that's qualifying over in the top 7 in 1 second, and yeah, Pippo just 1/10 behind Evo. This is gonna be a nice race, I think, with win.
As I am back, and Parrot, hopefully someone's recorded the qualifying results. I'm sure they have. I was just missed out there, but
yeah, I did say that.
Oh, great. Parrot, you saved it, but as O'Stephen said, it's going to be raining, as you can see, and it doesn't look very good at the moment, as I'll just drink some water, as it's
just
a little bit cold
after the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Inters, so the intermediate.
I'm going to need my voice here, because I think it's going to be an absolutely chaotic race, so...
Yeah, turn 1 is insane, I think.
As you can see, Evo as we've got a full grid as well, so don't forget that. This is going to be an absolute corker with, I think Evo's your Lewis Hamilton, even though, isn't he Dutch, Parrot?
Who?
Evo.
Evo, yeah, he's Dutch.
And I guess you could call Jesse Bottas, even though he's Dutch as well, so...
Yeah, both Mercedes, both new drivers, that's insane.
Yeah, and they're performing really well, so I think they're looking at maybe full-time seats if they can keep this up. I think the two normal drivers are Race to Your Death, who's, I think, been going to miss a few races. Jesse hits the wall there. And Race to Your Death teammate Lewis Kirossi is nowhere to be seen after taking pole in Bahrain, so I'm pretty sure at least one of them will get a seat in that Mercedes, but looking through the grid, it's not just them who's impressed. Ty's in P3, and just looking, I think it's, yeah, it's a Dutch top 4, with only Pippo, who's the Italian. As you can see, a bunch of Brits there from 7th to 11th. And looking down the rest of the grid, you got VIP GTA Gamer serving a qualifying ban in 17th. Highlander's been disqualified, and that's not going to help him, as Humanoid as well. And Illicit Brownie. So this is going to be awful for those guys. I imagine they're going to struggle massively in these conditions, and I can imagine there's going to be quite a pile-up into turn 1. But Jim Strav at the moment is going to be catching up to the back of the field. If any of the drivers are listening, please make sure you brake early for the first few laps to make sure you get used to the conditions if you haven't practiced in the wet, as we do not want 10 drivers being DNF'd before we even reach turn 2, as the less safety cars the better, as everyone seems to be getting a little bit excited and they're hitting each other. This VIP GTA game, has he sorted out his Wi-Fi? It seems as though he might have.
But F3 is just starting their qualifying right now.
I'm not sure what's gone wrong there. Maybe it's hosting issues, but F4, we never have hosting issues. This is, I think, one of our first glitches ever, but...
Yeah. But
Evo is gonna... Yeah. As I think Evo is gonna line up with probably the more grippier side closest to the pit wall, as it's gonna be 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, as the drivers are only now going to rev up their engines. As they rev up their engines now, and it's lights out.
3, 4, 5.
And it's lights out, and away we go. And Evo's got a pretty good start. Pippo, though, he's right alongside, and the Williams van already using overtake. He's going to try and go around the outside. This is going to be a fantastic move, but he can't do it. Evo takes the lead. Ties in third with Jesse just behind. There's even Demoniac trying to make a sniff. This is getting all so close here for the top 5. Arise just behind. It looks a little bit carnage. They get very close, and it's going to become a bit of a car park into turn 5, I think it is, as there's a few front wings.
And then we set the track. Oh no.
Oh no. I think Illicit Brownie, he's got no front wing, and now Andy cuts the corners along with Jake, and Andy, they tangled, but they haven't spun, and I don't think anyone's spun yet, as it's getting very chaotic here. Minnie is just looking over at Jake and Lewis, the two brothers, along with Highlander. They're going to go 3 wide into turns 8 and 9. 4. What a crazy start. Jake has, I think Lewis has spun. Oh no, hit the wall.
He got damage.
And Highlander was in the wall as well. I can't keep up with all of this. Oh, Steven, does he have a front wing? Yes, he does. Does Humanoid have a front wing? He's taking it very easy. Pretty proud of Humanoid. As Highlander gets overtaken by Jake. I think Highlander's lost his wing. Jake, has he lost his wing? Oh, Ayrton Senna is going to be very close to VIP GTA Gamer there. I think those two were getting very close for comfort, but... Any battles you can see, Parrot, with Jake and, I think, who was that?
No,
Jake
just missing us catching Pippo right now, so maybe that's...
Demoniac on the back of Ties. That looks pretty close. These two, obviously in the championship, pretty far away, with Ties only 18 points. Demoniac on a whopping 72. And Demoniac actually hits the wall there. I'm not sure whether he's got damage. I don't think he has. Maybe it's Amber, but... That is the dirty air for you in a rainy conditions, and the 2 Red Bulls touch! The 2 Red Bulls have no mercy, and they both hit each other, and I'm not sure which one's got damage, but definitely one of them has. And now Ayrton Senna is going to try and make a move on R7 Cryptic. R7 Cryptic, I think, might have damage. He's going to close the door, and he goes straight on, and I think Cryptic does have
Cryptic
damage.
Has damage. I think
Humanoid
quickly.
spins as well. Hopefully he doesn't spin too many times. Keeps the race moving. Does he have a front wing? Seems as though he does, but Illicit
Ooh.
Brownie, he's the man
Oh,
at the rear of the field as Licit,
cryptic
as
in the
Ayrton.
wall. Half 1 finish off now.
As Cryptic, he hit the wall, so that means he gets to go. So that means we're going to get some very close racing. Ayrton Senna's going to be careful here. He's just got Cryptic behind him. Hopefully Cryptic doesn't spear him into the wall as he nearly... Oh, Ayrton Senna has to take a penalty there. That will get removed if he has recorded his gameplay. And he sends it in.
Yeah, game already P7. On their way.
PGT game making an absolute storm as the Williams are having a brilliant time in 2nd and 7th, gaining a lot of positions. But Barr as well. Barr is looking pretty good in 11th. I think he's stayed pretty the same as Evil Zook and O'Steven. They really are underperforming as Evil Zook gets very close. As I think Humanoid's pitting as well means Highlander's gonna... Oh, Highlander's gonna pit as well, so it means I think Illicit... Highlander's gonna keep the wooden spoon, as Illicit Brownie's just gonna be behind of the battle with Andy and Cryptic, as Andy makes a very tasty move on Cryptic. Cryptic cuts the corner again. Cryptic using the overtake. I wouldn't advise using the overtake in the wet conditions. As Andy, I can't tell if he's trying to let him through. Andy's gone in AI mode for some reason, so this is a very odd battle if I've ever seen one.
Oh,
Illicit Brownie's going to catch up.
And otherwise in the inside now in hairpin.
As you say, this is for P7. And he's going to have the inside. Arise on the outside. Arise using a lot more overtake. VIPG game, he's going to stay patient. He's going to save the ERS as Lewis is already out. And I'm not sure where that happened, and it's a VSC! And hopefully it's not upgraded to a safety car. I really hope it's not upgraded to a safety car. As it is a safety car, of course it is.
Oh, where did he crash? How? How did you crash there?
As Humanoid's 42 seconds behind for the train, so he's got very lucky and he's going to be able to catch up. As he's having a torrid time in these conditions, but hopefully we don't have the amount of safety cars we did before. Luckily, it did seem to calm down, but it's going to get really close together once again. And looking at the positions gained...
Als mijn strategie game boxed, why?
Positions gained, there it is. Jim Strav, from last, he's up to P10. The worst loser is Illicit Brownie, who loses 10 as well, who's from 17th down to 7th, or 7th down to 17th. But looking further up the field, it's a Mercedes 1-3 at the moment, with Jesse making the move on Ties. Ties are actually losing that position. Ayrton Senna had a great start, great restart for the race, getting himself from 9th up to P6. Mini as well, I don't know how he's done, he's up to P8, so it's really good to see a lot of these drivers who aren't usually up there fighting.
I don't get it. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't get why Evo's pitting as well. Does he have damage? Is that why? I think he does.
No.
I think he's maybe got amber damage, and that's why he's got his front wing.
Mercedes.
Oh no, why is Jesse pitted as well? He's going to get the Valtteri Bottas treatment here.
Oh no.
Oh, this is going to be painful. If he gets the front wing change as well. Oh no, he's going to lose tons of time. And look at this. Evil Zook is going to get past him. Oh, Steven! Oh, Steven's going to get past him. I think VIPGJ Gamer's going to get past him as well. This is incredible. Why have they double stacked? They don't need to. It's only on the 3rd lap. As Jesse, he's going to come all the way behind. I think Jake even. As Humanoid's quite far behind. And just looking at the queue, Highlander...
Messi in the grass.
Hopefully Humanoid and Highlander manage to catch up to the queue so we can have a safety car coming in earlier. But look at that Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Looking very nice.
I like it.
I think it's a nice change to the red Mercedes, as it looks very nice. And Humanoid gets a penalty under safety car.
And P80, why? Legit, why?
I think he's very inexperienced, to be fair to him. I think a lot of these drivers aren't used to driving in a wet on a new handling model. Maybe even in league racing. I know Humanoid probably isn't too familiar with the rainy conditions. I've seen a few comments come up. I imagine a few of them are by Lewis. Yeah, and he's saying he hit the wall and got
What's the
unlucky.
fastest lap from everyone? Evo is definitely the fastest man on track.
As Evo said he had random damage, which is maybe what from him hitting the wall, possibly. But Pippo at the moment is in the lead from ties. Ayrton Senna in third, very impressive from him. Evo though, he only dropped down to P5 with 4 lap fresher tyres.
So.
I was just looking at Uminoid. Uminoid's catching up, so hopefully we'll be getting onto green flag running soon. He seems to be getting along fine. Hopefully we don't have as too many spins as Highlander gets all kinds of out of shape. Which is, I mean, can you get a safety car under safety car? I think you can.
No.
Or maybe not, but it would be a few more laps, I think, if you crashed on the safety car. Not the most impressive as the rise. Hopefully he backs up a little bit from Ayrton Senna. You don't want to be going side by side. If any of the drivers listening, leave a gap to the car ahead and behind. As Parrots had a few drivers around him in F2 in Baku, didn't you? Who weren't very nice to you, leaving their space. And then you got all the penalties removed, so it's always best to be clean, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not happy with P2. I want P1.
But enough about F2, we'll move back onto F4. I think Highlander's pitting once again.
How many pit stops did he make?
Did he? He's either got damage or he thinks the more times he pits.
So.
I don't know why. Does anyone know what? I don't know. But Uminoid's catching up still very slowly. Oh, he misses the chicane, but hopefully he can be patient. I think he's going to catch up, but it does mean I think the safety car is going to be out for one more lap. As yeah, I mean, not much to say. Everyone's caught up to the train. Positions gain. We'll look back at it. Look at Jim's driving P7 and Mini in P6 and Ayrton Senna. Those are the three drivers who are looking very strong, aren't they?
Yeah, but a lot of drivers pit, so.
Like Jesse, who I don't know why. I really don't. Double stacking behind your teammate after 4 laps of
they got
green
damage,
flag running.
but the pace with the damage was not bad, so.
Yeah, he would have come out, wouldn't it, been P6, I think, behind his teammate. If he didn't pit, he would have had just behind Pippo.
Yeah, P2.
And now he's P16 behind the likes of Steve and Demoniac, the 2 Alfa Romeos. That's a very nice graphic. You got the 2 Ferraris and the 2 Alfa Romeos. And in terms of the constructors, the constructors, Ferrari are winning with 106, Alfa Romeo on 57. So just more than half Alfa Romeo have compared to Ferrari. As Jesse said, he hit the wall in turn 3.
5 seconds.
As Cryptic hits Brownie, hopefully we don't get too many more of those. They're obviously not great to see, as I think Brownie probably hit Cryptic, but if Brownie and Cryptic are listening, back off. You really don't. It's under safety car. There's if we could do good maths, 28 laps left.
Bunty, watch the fast lap, please. The fast lap is a 121.8. The slowest are 129.4.
There's quite a field spread. Who has the 129? Cryptic. I think he invalidated probably half of them, but we are going to get back underway here. Highlanders somehow caught up after doing 3 pit stops, wasn't it? 3 pit stops, sorry.
Yeah.
3, it is 3. But Evo's the only one to pit, as you can see, out of the top 10 actually. Stephen in P10, he's going to be looking to make a little bit of a comeback. We'll keep an eye on Stephen as well, as I think he has quite a few fans in FRL. But Pippo's going to lead the way here.
It stopped raining.
As you said, it stopped raining, so actually we could be seeing. There's a little bit of carnage in behind with a few drivers picking up penalties, but I don't think there'll be any more. Oh, there's VIP Gamer getting a penalty. Arise is going for a podium position, and he makes it stick. It's a good move, but it's a little bit clunky. Ayrton Senna has to be careful, and look at Jesse, or Evo, sorry, on the outside. All these guys have to be a little bit more careful where they're putting their car. Ayrton Senna very aggressive there, both with just kind of barging, I guess. Arise into turn 2, but Jim's driving
inside there.
As Evo somehow made the move on Ayrton Senna just while I looked away, but oh no, Demoniac's out! I didn't catch that how, but maybe he hit his teammate, and Demoniac, the man who's third in the championship, is out of the race. That is going to be a headline and a half. Uminoi's going to be catching up as well, but his teammate O'Steven, he's going defensive. Does O'Steven have damage? He doesn't have damage. I just think he's very slow, as Andy's going to be trying to make a move on him. Andy, you're going to have to be careful here, as there's a safety car after...
Oh, yeah. Oh. It was a hard crash, man.
But I think these drivers should go onto the dry tyres, shouldn't you, Parrot?
Yeah, I go to the dry tyres if I waste here, I think. So.
As once again, it's another...
I go to the mediums, I think so, but...
As I think Jake we're going to be waiting on, and Jesse to catch up to the queue. As I think Jesse was saying, they crashed.
Jesse is now lost, so he can take a risk to the dry tires.
Yeah, I mean, look how slippery it looks, though. It's not raining, it's just slippery. So I think they can pit. Because why not? Under safety car. I think Evil Zook's going to do it. I think Evil Zook's going to be absolute mastermind.
We love risks.
Oh no, come on, Evil Zook. If he's putting on some slick tyres...
Why Inters?
Why Inters? Why? What? Oh, he had such a good opportunity there. Unless Jeff is telling him the rain is going to be coming back, I don't see why you're going to pit. I really don't. For Inters. I mean, a front wing change is understandable, but why for Inters? As we're waiting on Jesse. Jesse goes mediums. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to catch up to overtake everyone after everyone else pits maybe this lap. But
I hope this is a good risk from him.
Yeah, but I don't think I think he's too far back. But Pippo, why don't he pit? I don't see why not for mediums. No, maybe not mediums. Hard. I would say mediums might just about go to the end. Yeah, I think mediums could make it. Definitely, but
it's really slippery on the mediums.
I can imagine how slippery it would be, but you have to be very, very risky. But you get a lot of rewards, and I'm sorry, but that is very dry going down a casino straight. Pippo, I would say pit. Just pit. Who's gonna pit? Who's gonna bite the bullet? Because Jesse's on dries.
Why?
Is anyone gonna pit? Does anyone have the balls to pit under safety car?
Yeah, Bar.
Oh, Bar does it. Okay, so the Captain America is just sent into the pit lane, and hopefully it dries up now. As Bar has been very unlucky in recent races. Is anyone else gonna pit? Evil Zook. He pits as well, so the two Alfa Romeos are going to risk it. This is brilliant. Alfa Romeo have gone, screw it. We're not going to get points probably if we keep going on the Inters. Why don't we go dry? They are going to double stack, but Evil Zook does need to change his wing. And P16 and 17, or Parrot, sorry, I keep saying T-Hawk. Parrot, if they all catch up to the safety car and they pit...
Why is Jess in the pits? Another time. Why?
Maybe damage, I think. It could be damage.
Yeah, yeah. Or not. No, another time to me. Why? My AI
I don't know why.
My AI. This AI is pitting.
I know Jesse is Lou's engineer who famously won in Monaco in F1. If anyone wants to watch, I think F1, which is tomorrow, Jesse will be the engineer of Lulu, as we like to call him. But he doesn't have the best strategy here for an engineer, does he?
What?
He doesn't have a good strategy, I would say, as an engineer. But to be fair, sorry, it's AI.
Lulu is not here. You have some sport. Oh, yes, request! All tires off DNF.
And does that mean we're going to have another lap under safety car? Or I think we're going to wait on Evil Zook anyway, but... I mean, what are you thinking, Parrot, if you're Pippo? Like, it's been... under safety car now for I think now 6 laps, 7 laps.
Pippo's pitting. Gonna whisk it.
As Pippo's gonna pit, and what does that mean? Arise is gonna pit. I think everyone's gonna pit. What's O'Steven gonna do? O'Steven's got a cool head, and O'Steven's gonna stay out. So there's some risky stuff here. And does that mean? Here's the big news: is Bar gonna come out ahead of all of them? Bar is gonna come rising through, and I think Bar's gonna get Pippo. Is Bar gonna get Pippo? This is gonna be close, I think. Pippo and Bar. This could be critical. Pippo just about gets ahead, and that is crucial for Pippo to maintain the lead. But what a call from Alfa Romeo!
Yeah, but
Brilliant call.
I think it's the right enough in the restart.
And I think Frederick Vasseur is going to take one for that because that was a brilliant strategy.
It's the parrot strategy. I say go to the white tires. They are watching the stream, so no problem, guys.
Yeah, it's all because of Parrot. I think if you guys win, we should maybe lend Parrot a few points for F2.
Oh, Parrot. I was commentator of the year now.
James will have a few things to say, but it's looking a really interesting race as Cryptic's going to catch up. The two Haases, just looking at their teams, how they're faring, they're both quite low.
But James is still good for me, man.
yeah. James obviously in F1 if you want to catch up with that. It's exactly the same time, 7 to 8:15 usually. But our race is going to finish probably a little bit later than normal. If you want a clean race, or usually clean race, probably watch tomorrow with F2 and F1. It's usually fairly clean, but F4's pretty clean.
Man. The top 7 on Inter, and this is why.
And look at this, I think they're all going to pit, and I think Ty's has been absolutely mugged off here, because he's going to have to pit, surely. What? He continues! No. Why?
Oh, Steven too. Why? Oh, some quest. Highlander, DNF. Oh no, safety car. Oh no, no safety car.
And I think, look at this. What's happening? I do not know what's happening.
Yeah.
I think... Pippo, look at Pippo now. Watch Pippo. Look how much he's going to gain on O'Steven here. 2.1, 1.9. This is going to be the lead for Pippo easily. Bar. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 3, and I think Arise backs out. But what a move by Bar. Pedals to the metal. Brilliant move. Evil Zook. He's going to try and get Jake here. I think he's a little bit too far behind. Pippo gets second place now. O'Steven, he spins, and that's a poor strategy from O'Steven. And sadly, he has had to face consequences. But Ties is going to be caught up by Pippo here, isn't he, Parrot?
No, I don't think so. It's the straight now, and he's gonna take him there. Oh,
and Pippo straight away, no questions asked. He just sends it up the inside of Ties, and Ties I don't think will be the most happy with that. And he hits the wall, and is he out? He is out, and that is such shame for Ties. And it's another safety car.
Oh no. Oh, Steven, he's lucky.
He's very lucky, O'Steven, as other drivers like Humanoid as well. He's on softs. And Jake as well, he's lucky as he can now pit. But what does this mean? Oh my. An action-packed race and a horse. Evil Zook, I don't know what happened to him. Is he gonna... Did he just... He maybe had a spin or something, because I was expecting Evil Zook to possibly challenge for a podium there, but with the Inter runners ahead of him. But he's going to have to settle for P10 for now, which isn't too bad. Alfa Romeo looking pretty good. Steven's going to pit. But Parrot, it's a bit of a shame as even though he gets another penalty under safety car, and he can take a bit easy, and illicit brownie as well. But Parrot, in terms of the guys who haven't finished the race, does it show how difficult the conditions are that they're crashing?
I don't know. You know the track is slippery, so yeah. Under the safety car, you can't spin. So
yeah.
And Jake is still on the Inters.
Jake's pitted for Inters. I don't know why.
Maybe it's gonna win, but it's too early then.
I mean, it's not too slow. He's 1.5 seconds off, but. The tyres, why is he using overtake? He's going to spin if he's not careful, but... I mean, this is going to be interesting with... I mean... Parrot, do you think Humanoid can overtake the PGA gamer on his fresh softs? I think that'll be an interesting...
But why on softs? Why?
I mean, they last pretty long, to be fair. I think a soft can last around...
20 laps?
Not 20 laps, I don't think. Maybe more like 10 to 15. But if there's another
Yeah.
safety car, Humanoid could benefit quite a bit. And seeing how things have gone, who knows?
Yeah.
Humanoid could possibly get some points here as he's sitting P13. Unlucky for some, which isn't the best. But Pippo, Parrot, still in the lead.
Yeah. But Evo is, one car behind. So,
As you say, Evo, after I think taking pole in qualifying, he's managed to somehow find himself in P3 after all his, I guess, all the chaos. He's done pretty well to still be in a podium position, hasn't he?
yeah. But yeah, the safety cars helps him a lot.
And fancy this stat: the top three in the championship are all not scoring points. Alpha King in
Really?
F3, VIP GTA Gamer in 12th, and Demoniac DNFing. So Jim Strav, who's in 5th, he's going to be gaining a little bit of points on this, and Evil Zook, he's going to gain 1 point on them as well. So don't discount Evil Zook from picking up a good result here, and maybe just kind of sneaking up into the championship fight. I don't think you can do it obviously in one race, but this is going to help build his confidence as Ed Senna there gets very wide. As looking at the penalties, there's quite a few, so we'll have a check.
Yeah, what's the penalties?
As 13 for Licit Brownie. How has
I
he
think
done
10
that?
seconds of the safety car and that 10 seconds of the safety car.
Oh, I think just. But he doesn't need to push Licit Brownie. He's a very fast driver, but I really don't get it as it is safety car in this lap. And this is obviously going to mean Pippo's going to be leading them off and be the virtual Burt Mylander, the Italian. I think he went.
On the sharing.
As once again, Illicit Brownie and Cryptic hit each other under safety car. They just need to back off each other, and these penalties are just not going to get removed. As there's another 5-second penalty, and Pippo, I think he's going to give a few 5-second penalties as people are racing before it's green flags. And Pippo goes now, but I think Arise and Andy makes it through. Oh God, jeez, Minnie there got very close as Minnie's really trying to fight.
Jake and Steven in turn 1. Flip GTA Gamer no front wing, the championship leader because.
No, well he was going to be the championship leader, but with no front wing, and Jake with no front wing. He nearly crashed out there, and Ayrton Senna left after retiring from the session. Or sorry, he retires now. Please no safety car, not another one. As once it goes to green flags, I think we are safe. You can never be sure till you're sure.
But Flip GTA Gamer is the championship leader because Alpha King is not in F4 anymore.
And I think, phew, no safety car.
Jake in the wall.
As Jake just needs to be careful here with no front wing.
They're racing with no front wing.
And he breaks at his normal point, but it's not going to work. But he's going to try and make an overtake here. With no front wing, he's gonna get a nice toe. VIP GTA Gamer, he's fighting really well as Pippo has fast. Illicit Brownie, just looking at the battle here for PA. Illicit Brownie and Minnie, they're going side by side into turn 1. Who's gonna come out on top? Minnie's gonna lead the space, and it's a good defensive move from Minnie. Can Illicit Brownie stick around the outside? He can't, and it's good defending from Minnie. Minnie doesn't get the traction though, and now Illicit Brownie's on the attack. But Minnie, he breaks late, but not late enough. Illicit Brownie, he's up into P9 or P8. Sorry, Minnie gets all kinds of out of shape, but Arise
really close to bar.
Arise is looking for a podium position on Captain America himself. As
Jim, he really close to Andy.
As everything's happening everywhere, but the two Haas drivers, they're getting very close, but they're driving pretty cleanly at the moment. Cryptic is very close behind as well. So the two Red Bulls and the two Haas drivers are looking very strong at the moment. Evo, he's up to P2, forgot to mention that. He's going to be looking to get the lead.
Inside in the hairpin.
Cryptic going to have to leave the space, as they do, side by side. Can they keep it clean here? Cryptic's going to get a good slipstream, but Andy's got more ERS than him. Cryptic, see what he can do. I think he's going to go. I think he's going to back off for now.
And Arise overtaking now. Bar on the street.
Oh my goodness! Oh Steven.
Inside in turn 1.
Oh Steven nearly ran into Humanoid as Arise as Bar.
The first time of the race, DNS enabled.
Yeah, I think so. As Bar and Arise are still going side by side. This is good racing into
Ooh.
turn 3 and 4. The chicane. Bar is still going to nick it in the inside into turn 5. And I think he's going to come out on top. Brilliant defensive driving from Bar, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Bar caught the chicane there and got a warning, I think.
Yeah, as I think Humanoid's made an overtake on Evil Zook, and this is just like in Baku. I think Evil Zook maybe let him through because he does seem to be quite fast, Humanoid, at the moment. Even though
to the hairpin, gonna overtake Andy here maybe.
As there's yellow flags, and Illicit Brownie he spun. Illicit Brownie spun, and I think he's lost his front wing possibly. But looking up and down the field,
and now DRS.
Yeah, Illicit Brownie's lost his front wing, but Humanoid
Yeah,
here, he's going to be fighting his teammates as well. As Humanoid's going to get very close to his teammate, and we don't usually see Humanoid fight. I think Arise is here going to try and make a move on Bar. Is it going to be inside or outside for the Red Bull? I think it's going to be inside into turn 1. He's going to break late. It's round 2 between these two for a podium, and once again, round 2 to Bar. As Humanoid as well, he gets really close to Mini. I think Humanoid's starting to feel himself here with a nice rhythm. As Arise and Bar, I think they're getting very close as well. As Mini, looking on the back of Mini here, you've got Evil Zook as well. I think Evil Zook's getting close to Humanoid. Humanoid breaks very late for the chicane. Or I think that's 6 and 7.
What's the battle for the race lead now with DRS here on the straight with Evo and Pippo?
Pippo, they've got basically the same amount of ERS. Oh, Steven, he overtakes Evil Zook, so that's going to be interesting to see if they can keep up the battle. They're very close in the championship with Evil Zook in 5th and Oh Steven in 6th. Pippo, he's too far ahead, but at the moment there's still some more battles. Arise and Bar, there's so many battles. This is brilliant racing. Arise, he's going to try and make the move on Bar. Can he make it? Third time lucky. Round the outside into the last chicane. I think he's done it, and it's maybe 3 wides as a crit. Arise takes it very slow. Bar, he's now going to get the DRS. Oh no, he isn't. Arise is going to get the DRS, and it's going to be Arise who takes the podium spot. And look at the gap to Evo.
Jim touched Bar. I don't know if he got frontal damage.
And Humanoid's made another move on Mini. This is brilliant to see. But Mini, he's going to try and fight back. Surely not down the inside. Humanoid's going to leave the door open. But they get very close indeed. And look at this. Evil Zook is on the back of this. As there's a battle for the lead. And there's a 4-way battle for... as I think you say Cryptic as well with Jim Strav.
Maybe Evo's gonna try now.
Oh, down the inside, Cryptic! Ooh. As he does get a penalty, or I think he got a penalty for that. Well, there's so many battles, I don't know where to look. Oh, Steven on the back of Mini, I think he's going to go down the inside of this corner, which is more of a kink.
Outside, no.
As it's...
Oh, he touched Steven.
As you say, I think they came very close to touching, but... Oh, there's a spinner there, I think I caught it.
Oh!
Who was that? Oh, it's Humanoid! Oh no! Oh, that's such a shame. Oh, Humanoid was going so well, and now he's going to have to pit, but at least it's a VSC.
That's not a share for him.
Did you see what happened at all?
No, but I only saw spinning him around. That's not how it happens. I think maybe too fast on his gas.
It's very nice how we got 14 viewers. I'm gonna check F3's viewers, as F4 is for the bottom tier pretty good in terms of viewers. We'll check, have a look here.
Oh, F4 and the drive-through penalty.
And look at Evo. Wait, I forgot we're on green flag running. I thought it was a safety car. I'm sorry for that. Yeah. But Evo, he's going to try and make a move for the lead here. So
Jake,
don't go just yet.
Arise, boy. Arise. No. And Cryptic is not. Yeah, Arise got damage. Wet front wing. Oh.
And as you say, I can't see that 3 string as Cryptic can Arise. It's all kicking off here now, as Bar is going to try and get involved as well.
Take your teammate right now. Yeah, Cryptic now. Shit.
As I think Arise pits there. I think he had damage, didn't he?
Yeah, he's spoon, I say.
Look at Evo and Pippo. I think Evo has to make the move on Pippo because Pippo's a lot slower than Evo. Evo is going to try to make the moves soon enough, probably by
Yeah,
the end of the lap.
People have a lot straight line speed, I already saw. So.
I look at Illicit Brownie as well. Illicit Brownie, he's going to go
But
easily
now
past
really close,
Humanoid.
so. The GT came into P8. Overtake Jim.
I mean, where do you look? There's battles everywhere. This is brilliant. Yeah. Pippo ahead of Evo. I think this is the main battle everyone should be watching. The Williams driver ahead of Evo. This is, I guess, what we would have been seeing possibly in Belgium, maybe a Valtteri Bottas or Russell ahead of Hamilton. But yeah. No DRS, as you say. No, he does have DRS.
Really good straight line speed.
Yeah, Evo's got very good straight line speed. He's gained about 2/10 down Australia. Zuminoid gets a penalty.
Oh no!
As look at that, Evo wants a chicane, and this is going to be for the lead into turn one. It's a brilliant move from Evo. As look at Pippo down the inside. This is brilliant racing. Pippo, he tried to do the up and under. We just about caught that. It was a brilliant attempt, but it didn't pay off. Parrot.
So what an overtake. But Pippo really come back there. What?
And Steven's not done yet, is he? At the age of 46, he's far from done. He's going to try and go for a move on Mini, and I think this is going to be his second time trying to overtake Mini. Here. No overtake needed. It's going to be a simple overtake, because Mini actually is going to try and stick it around the outside, and no,
Pippo
he doesn't.
Overtaking Evo here. Oh, I think he's gaining a position off track, so that's not allowed.
But I didn't really catch that, but I think Pippo, as you said, maybe illegally overtook Evo, as I wouldn't expect him to make a move there. But Pippo lets him back through. But Evo's going to get the DRS as well, so Pippo, he's not going to be able to overtake. But Steven is ahead of Mini. And Steven is now going to try and overtake another Alfa Romeo. Mini's going to try and go down the inside of the hairpin. Surely, no, it's a late breaking move. And it's a brilliant move. Steven, he gets the elbows out, but not enough. Mini just shoves him off, and it's a brilliant move for Mini. Evil Zook as well, he's going to get involved. But Steven, he's going to take P5. As Pippo, is that front wing change?
No.
No, it isn't.
New mediums. Huh?
Why not softs? That's a very odd strategy. And look at that, Steven's been overtaken. And Mini, he's having brilliant racing here. He's up into a podium spot. Who would have believed that? This is all a podium spot. This is going to be brilliant. Oh, never mind. Pippo's ahead.
Whoa, what's Mini doing? He's cutting the first turn. What is he doing? 10-second time penalty.
Does he have damage though? I don't think he does. I mean, he doesn't need to let everyone through, to be honest. But look at the two Alfa Romeos getting very close. And Pippo overtakes Cryptic. I think it's kicking off everywhere. I don't know where to look. I really don't.
Gap. That's really big.
Pippo, I think he's going to have to settle for P2. But can Cryptic respond? Cryptic in third place. Yet to get a podium in FRL? Yet to get a podium. A best result of 5th in China. So this is going to be key from him to try and hold on to dear life this podium. Evil Zuki's going to have to get past his teammate. His teammate's way too slow at the moment. As looking at the penalties of Humanoid, he's getting a bit close. And Cryptic, look at Cryptic's penalties.
30 seconds, what?
As
I think 10 seconds is safety car, so we can remove that thing.
As Evil Zook's going to get past Bar's going to let him through, and that's going to be team orders at Alfa Romeo. Can you remember the RPG game? I don't think many people will, but he's in P8.
What's behind the wall championship front wing.
I don't know how he's done that. I just looked away from him, and that's going to mean he's going to be dropping down the order. But I think looking further back, I think Jake, he's going to make up a few positions here with all the pit stops, hopefully.
Pippo is going to catch Evo in the end of the race, I think. He's really going really hard right now.
Pippo, he's going hell for leather indeed. 16 seconds, that's going to be about a second and a lap and more, isn't it, Parrot? More than a second a lap.
Yeah, he gained the last lap 1.5 seconds, so yeah, I think around lap 30.
Listen, Brownie and Mini, they're going to be battling here. Both of them having very off races. As just looking, Jimstrav gets very close to Bar with no front wing. It's going to be an easy move for Jimstrav.
60 seconds right now. It takes 3 seconds.
15.7, 15.6, 15.5. It's going rapidly down.
The tires are really fast.
Yeah, around Canada, as you can see there. What's the fastest lap? I
And
think he's going to get close to it.
new tires are really
13.9.
good.
13.9, and I think he's going to do it as
Oh,
Bar's
Bar's
going
pitting
to
here.
pit, which means Jimstrav takes P6. And with the penalties, Osteam's on for another podium, his second of the season. And oh, so dearly he needed that after a couple of really poor races. As you can see, Cryptic, he's got so many penalties. I think Evil Zuki's going to get P4 here. But with that 5-second penalty, if he can get it removed and overtake O'Steven on track, I think he's got a good chance of getting in this podium. And what's happened to O'Steven? Has he got damage? I think he might have damage. What's happened to O'Steven?
Wet front wing. Oh no.
And I might have jinxed it there. I don't know what happened to him. And that means Evil Zook. Evo's pitting. What is happening? I do not believe it. This is absolute scenes. Why is Evo pitting for softs? I mean, it means now he's going to be the faster man. Pippo, how about that? He's going to take the lead. This is a brilliant race.
This is close. Who's going to be ahead now?
Evo's going to get a little bit of a benefit with the exit. I think Evo's going to have him for dead on those softs.
Gonna fly in this track right now.
2.1. He's going to overtake him by the end of the lap, I'm sure. But Steven, he's coming into the pits. He's going to lose a few positions as looking behind.
One corner.
Look at Evo here.
Yeah, that's so really fast.
Evo 1.6. He's losing a little bit, but I think this could be closer than you think, Parrot, to be fair. Well, as we think. Illicit Brownie and Minnie. Minnie's going to lead the space, being very clean there. He didn't really need to, but he did in the end. Minnie going a bit wide, and Illicit Brownie's dropped it. And he spins again. And to be honest, Illicit Brownie, he just needs to be a bit more careful, as even Humanoid's going to overtake him. As Humanoid's got masses of penalties at the moment, as he keeps cutting the corners like it's nobody's business. But it's all quietened down, hasn't it?
Oh, Brownie crashed here.
Look at Evo. The gap, it's not coming down as fast as you would have thought, would you?
Yeah, but I think in 2 laps he's in a DRS and then gonna overtake him. Maybe the end of this lap. In the corners he's really faster than Pippo, but on the straight, yeah, Pippo have really good straight and speed. Yeah,
Evo, Ajax 0-0. He's looking to really take his first win on debut. As there's 2 wins. Oh, sorry, 2 wins. 2 penalties at the same time. And Andy's crashed, and that could be a safety car just when Minnie and VIPGJ Game are racing.
He's driving on track. He retired, I think. Yeah.
Did he rage quit? I think he rage quit.
Yeah, third safety car because his AI is part.
And I think Humanoid could get another point here because the drivers behind are pitting.
But 21 seconds, what?
I don't see the point. He would have got points. I think he rage quit.
Evo makes a fault, I think, but it's 3 seconds now.
3 seconds. I think Evo slowed down.
Maybe
look at
that.
It's ending now. I think it's ending now. 2.1. Evo's gonna fly through the chicane, or maybe not. Yeah, I think he was gonna lose a bit of time here, isn't he?
Yeah, I think one second. So...
No, I reckon it was 1.5 with the VSC.
No, 1.2.
Evo is pushing like hell. I think he's gonna get a drive-through. I've got a feeling he's gonna get a drive-through here. He's gonna be careful.
It's ending right now, I think, or not.
I think he's going to get a drive-through. He's getting way too close. Or maybe Pippo's going too slow. Who knows? I mean, he's 2 seconds off his fastest lap, and that's pretty fast. I think they could be speeding. I mean, it's still out. Is this a glitch, maybe? I dare say.
What? I didn't.
Well, Andy's left, maybe, so maybe it'll go away now, but...
The short stage car is really long.
I reckon it's a glitch, and it isn't a glitch, yeah. Thank God. DRS enabled. But Evo, 1.7, 1.3, he's going to get on a traction here. He's going to be careful. He knows the win's there, but... I mean, one of these drivers are going to be coming home with their first win, aren't they? Parrot, so... Who do you think's going to win?
I think Pippo or Evo. I don't know. It's really close because Evo is on the softs and Pippo on the mediums. Yeah. But maybe they, I'm gonna watch the warnings what they have.
Yeah, they
People got
kept it
3
clean.
warnings and Evo got 2 warnings too. So that's interesting.
Yeah, we'll look at the penalties for now. As you can see, Cryptic has so many penalties. Evil Zook's going to get a podium, but Jimstrav is 3 seconds behind Evil Zook. So I think Jimstrav is going to get a podium here. As Evo, he's very close to Pippo indeed. As we got 10 viewers, I mean, thanks to all the viewers for watching this chaotic race. It's been a pleasure to commentate on. I mean, and we
Really
haven't
fun.
even finished it. As looking at the
Every Parrot's
penalties,
commentating is fun.
it is always fun with Parrot. It seems to be absolute chaos with Parrot as well.
But Evo
So.
now got DRS, so...
Or does he? Because the detection line is a little bit earlier. No, he does,
Yeah,
he
he
does.
does.
But Illicit Brownie's going to make an overtake on Jake. I think Jake
He needed that DRS.
cut the chicane a little bit. So, Humanoid might be taking a point away. And for anyone who knows Humanoid, he doesn't usually do that, so that's great to see. Another thing that's great to see is, Steven could possibly, if he gets within 6 seconds of... if he gets within 6 seconds of VIP GTA Gamer, he could take P7. But looking up the field, Jimstrav, he's on a charge, and we'll look back to the tyres.
People Evo got a lap bar this race, maybe, but...
Look at Evil Zook, what tyres he's on. 19 lap old with Cryptic. How about that?
Yeah, but...
Or 20 laps, even more than Cryptic.
Oh, Cryptic Spoon! Went phone win.
And that's going to be his race over, and his podium chances over, and that's such a shame for Cryptic. He was on for at least P5 there. And now he's going to drop right down.
1/10.
Sorry, yeah, the battle for the lead. Totally forgot. As Jimstrav just makes his way past Cryptic. I hope there's no safety car with Cryptic.
Why do you crash, man?
And if Evo overtakes him, is it going to be a safety car? Evo is going to be close.
Safety car.
Why doesn't Evo overtake now, as there is no safety car, which is pretty thankful. Azumo is going to make past Cryptic, but Evo, this is for the battle of the lead. These two have been trading it lap for lap. This could be the battle for the lead. Evo rounding outside and someone. He's done it before. Can he do it again? Pippo, he's going to try and brake late, and they're going to rub wheels. But Evo, on the fresher soft tyres, he's going to come out on top, and it's a Mercedes who reigns in Canada.
He's flying on the softs.
He is flying, absolutely, as Jimstrav is also flying.
Seconds, yeah, that's what I say.
And look at this. And this means, I think, the battle for P3 or P3.
Evo just stay cool, and he's gonna win the race, I think.
Yeah, but if Evo spins, and we saw with Cryptic, and plenty of others, race over with red front wing. You're dropping. I mean, he needs to get out the DRS, doesn't he? Pippo's pushing like crazy to stay in the DRS, but I don't think he has. The Italian man, he's given it everything. It's such a shame if he doesn't finish on his podium. He deserved the win with all the moves he made. I mean, and Evo also deserves it as well. The race between them have both been impeccable. Still got 4 laps to commentate on this brilliance.
That's a really good race for your debut.
Yeah, and if Evo wins on debut, I mean, it's just crazy to think. Maybe
don't put him in F3. Then GTA game have no rivals. That sucks.
I think
don't do it.
Evo's not F3 pace. I think Pippo is an F3 pace, and obviously Zook is an F3 pace. Speaking of Zook, Jimstrav.
Yeah.
Jimstrav. I mean, from 3 seconds
Pippo
back,
already
he's caught
2
up.
seconds behind Evo.
Jimstrav, I think he's going to be quite... The thing is, if Evil Zook gets that penalty removed, it's going to be another podium for Evil Zook. And that's going to be needed. He's 5th in a championship with 35. And with a podium, if he gets that penalty removed, it will jump him up to 50, which will be 40 points behind Alpha King, who leads the championship. So that's not too many. So Evil Zook really needs to make the most of getting a podium and boosting his confidence. As looking at Steven. Parrot, can you remember Steven overtaking anyone?
No.
Neither can I, so it'd be nice to see Steven make a move. As for Jimstrav, Jimstrav is trying to make a move, but Evil Zook is making that Alfa Romeo to be a big red London bus. As they are pretty wide. As though Steven in P8, he's on fresh softs, so be careful.
Now the DRS.
As I don't think he's going to get the DRS, Stephen, unless Mini makes a big mistake. As Mini does have penalties, so I think Osim's going to get this position regardless. He has quite a few.
And Jim is going to the outside of the last chicane. And
Totally missed that, but Evil Zook.
What an overtake.
Evil Zook isn't going to get the DRS either. No, he isn't. Sorry, just looking at the revs, thought he did, but he isn't. Obviously, Jim Stroud got it just before that hairpin, and getting the DRS before the hairpin, Parrot, is critical, isn't it? Because you get DRS down the casino straight and at the start finish. Who is that?
No, it's not.
It's not Pippo.
Jake Gamer. Jake.
Oh, for God. I thought that was Pippo.
Yeah,
that would have been. That would have been chaotic. But VIP GJ Game, he's going to try and go around the outside of a rise. Turning into the inside. Brilliant move from VIP GJ Gamer. That's for P5. I mean, he's been pretty quiet for a standard and he sorted out his Wi-Fi. But my God, what a move from a rise. You don't see overtakes around there. But VIP GJ Game has done just that. And maybe he's going to overtake Uwazoo, because looking at the penalties, he has 1 more second than him. So this is going to be quite a tasty battle. As Umanoid is going to get disqualified if he's not careful.
But, yeah. I watched him. Yeah, 27. What's J Gamer doing? Oh, he has a white wing, yeah.
Is that Ferrari going slow? I think that's Stephen.
Yeah,
oh wait, that was Jake, sorry. That was Jake, yeah. But
they will need... Oh, Jake drive into the wall, boy.
Did he do it deliberately?
Yeah.
Ah, well, that's going to be if OCM reports a penalty. A big, hefty penalty coming Jake's way. Luckily,
it's
no
on my
safety
clip,
car.
so I can report it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You can see it, though, on Umanoid's screen. Just went into the wall, but we are coming on to lap 40... or 37...
the last lap.
34. Is this the last lap?
No, this 34, but we're going to the last lap.
Ah, of course. Caught me out there, but VIP GJ Game, he's got a DRS now on Evil Zook. Evil Zook hanging on to dear life. Evil Zook needs to make sure he doesn't get overtaken by VIP GJ Gamer, because if he does, and he pulls out a second over Evil Zook, that's game over
gonna
for Zook.
grab the point from Brownie.
And look at VIP GJ Game, he's much faster than Evil Zook. And Evil Zook, he's going to get overtaken.
No,
and that means he's going to desperately need to make sure he doesn't get overtaken again. As you can see, a rise there. I think Evil Zook knows he's desperate. He's going to have to stay within. Oh, it's already a second Evil Zook. He's going to need the lap of his life if he wants P4. Yeah. You could say it's only P4, but Evil Zook really needs this for his championship hopes. Fingers crossed, VIP GT Gamer, he might get held up behind Jim Struff. And look at a rise as well. He's going to be coming into this. So this is a 4-way scrap for the last podium position on track, with penalties included.
Yeah, but Jim has no penalties.
Yeah, with penalties included. I think Jim Star's going to take it. I think. Does he have a puncture?
Huh?
Does he have a puncture, or did he make a mistake?
I don't know. I think a mistake.
But look at VIP GT Game. Oh, we completely missed it. Evo won the race. Pippo in second. Brilliant race from Evo on debut. Brilliant in the Mercedes as well. Makes it even more special. He's driven absolutely perfect with the lights to flag victory with taking pole. Brilliant win for Evo on Evo. On track, sorry. VIP GT Gamer, he won't care about penalties. He's going to try and get P3 on track. Jim Strav, they're going to hope they don't collide. Evil Zoo will hope they collide. Yeah. But it's a great move from VIP GHA Gamer, and he's going to take P4 as... How's it going to shape out?
Yeah. Oh,
Evil Zook will take P5. As Humanoid's crashed! Oh no!
But bar is P11 and
so the 90th, so the 90% rule means Humanoid gets 1 point.
Jensen 1 point.
1 point for Humanoid, and I'm pretty proud of him. That's a very good result. I mean, he got 1 point in Bahrain, but Humanoid, 27 seconds worth of penalties. Very good. This is Brownie. He's going to get 2 points.
90 seconds, Brownie. Holy.
Oh, what a race. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because my voice definitely didn't. I've probably lost my voice, but...
Yeah, yeah.
God, jeez. Oh. Brilliant race though. From all the drivers as Evo, he's throwing out F1 2021 game copies. Brilliant race from Evo. I think he's going to secure that Mercedes spot on a permanent basis, and who knows, I'll put the rumour out there, maybe he'll become an FRL driver with the PSN tag.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Who knows, but it is Pippo in second as well. Brilliant race from him. He did everything he could to get P2. It's a shame he managed to only get P2 as it starts to rain.
But VIPG the gamer got the fastest lap.
VIPG gamer grabs 13 points. Jimstrav doing a last to podium. Jimstrav once again, brilliant race from him. I would say probably as my driver of the day would actually probably be I'd give it to it's a tough one. I think you're gonna I'd probably give it to Evo on debut. Yeah. It sounds obvious,
and give him to Evo too.
Yeah. Brilliant race. Apart from Evo,
first race,
Jimstrav from last to podium, brilliant result from him. Umanoid gets a point, can't discount him. Listen, Brownie gets 2 after all the bad luck he had. Mini had a brilliant race, and a Rise as well. I don't know how he put in such a good performance, but he managed to keep it on track, and I think we should be expecting good performances from him. But
Evo's not joining the party.
He's going to do his homework, so that's good to hear.
And his English is better than my English.
Wait, is better or worse?
Oh.
Evo's English.
Hoi, echter heel goud blok. Say that name, Bunty, in the chat.
Sorry?
Say that name in the chat with a sheep thing.
Which name?
Who said Hoi Parrot?
Hoi Parrot is, I think, what you want me to
now
say.
Say his name.
Hoi Evo.
No. say his name with a sheep.
Hoi Cheap.
Yeah, with that sheep profile.
I don't speak Dutch, so if anything I say is not child friendly, I apologise, but hopefully it is all clean. But I think we should get to the interviews, and I don't think, Parrot, you're a big fan of the interviews, are you? So I think you're gonna run away from Canada as far as you can until tomorrow, where you'll come on the plane back, won't you, for F2?
Doei.
Doei indeed, and we will join the F4 interviews. Great to have Parrot. Which I shall do now. As we are just joining now. As we are here, and we'll just wait for a few more to join. If they do, as someone should mute their music, but just wait for a few more to join. I think Flex, if you can hopefully hear me when I've got blue screen, that'd be great. But I'll just check quickly with the blue screen who's in the party, and we'll go from there. As I think the highest finishing driver was, I dare say, VIP GTA Gamer in this party. So VIP GTA Gamer, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
And well, first of all, what's your reaction to a P4? I think you take the championship lead, but I mean, it could have been a lot better, couldn't it?
Yeah, I started P17 It was not ideal because it's very close with the people around you, and yeah, I tried my best to avoid everything, and I did, and I was like P9 or something, and then I hit Ayrton Senna in the hairpin, and I got damage. It was pretty hectic all race, but I managed to go P4.
Yeah, P4, I think, considering all the chaos that happened around you, do you think before the race, if someone said you've got a qualifying ban and you'll get P4, would you have taken those 12 points, or would you have hoped for maybe a podium?
Yeah, I hoped for a podium, of course, but Pippo did get a podium, and that's important for the team.
Yeah, and of course, Pippo being your teammate, it scores great points for Williams, who are fighting against Ferrari. Obviously, you score more points than Ferrari, who only mustered 6th, as someone's got to turn off their music. And yeah, you scored between you and Pippo a whopping 31 points to Ferrari 6. That means you gained 26 points, taking you, I think, into the lead by 25 points over the Ferrari now into the next round of France.
Jeez.
Do you think you can keep this up, given, I mean, you and your teammates are just looking so much stronger than, obviously, you and Day Night, which didn't last very long. You and your teammates seem to be getting along really well as well.
Yeah, decent. So,
Well, you came across a bit laggy there, so maybe turn
Oh.
off your mic and turn it back on and just say it again, because I don't think we caught it.
We have a long season, but Pippo is a great teammate, so we'll see.
Yeah, we did catch that. But Pippo, as you said, yeah, he obviously, I think, made his debut for Mercedes, but he's obviously doing a great job. Of course, so are you with in your first championship in F4 or FRL, sorry, you're obviously leading F4. In terms of going into France with leading a championship now, with sadly your 4-race podium streak coming to an end, do you think the aim for France is just to get back on that podium and start dominating again F4?
Which race is next?
France.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm decent at France. Yeah, I think I got a good chance of winning that race, and hopefully I do.
Yeah, I think a lot of
this
people.
season.
Yeah, a lot of people do enjoy, obviously, you being towards the front. There's usually quite a lot of chaos and drama when you get towards the front, but hopefully you do return to winning ways and maybe get a podium at the very least for France. And best of luck for France for the next race, and well done for taking the championship lead.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think Mr. Evil Zook is next, unless there's someone.
Yeah. I think it's me. Unless it's a rise.
Yeah, you took P5, so I mean, Evil Zook
Hey,
P5. I mean, the last few races you've got P3, 9, and 6, so you've kind of hit a little crest in your form. And overall, are you happy with P5?
No, because under safety car, I think it was Senna was in AI and hit me going into the chicane. Well, his AI hit me, so I'm going to look at getting that 5 seconds removed, and I think that may boost me up to P4. So, but overall, on a track I'm really weak on, and bear in mind as well, I qualified 13th, which, I mean, I out-qualified Bar for the first time, but I'm still really not happy with my qualifying pace. But at least I'm making it up in the races, and again, P5, I increased the lead on Steven in the drivers. Gem Straff will overtake me. But I think I may get involved with the Demonac incident. I don't know what happened. I felt something hit my rear, and I don't know if it was me going defensive or if it was Steven or anyone hit the Demonac. So I want to see what's happened there.
Yeah, a lot of people probably would as well. I think came across. I think we just caught the end of it with Demonic obviously spinning and hitting the wall and DNFing. But as far as you're concerned, as you said, that was actually your worst qualifying of the season with P13. But you made it back in the race with a nice P5. So your joint second best result of the season was obviously in Bahrain where you took P5. But surely this one felt a little bit more complete as a race.
Felt better because I'm a lot weaker at Canada than I am at Bahrain, so it felt a lot better to get a P5 here. I mean, you saw me in time trials. I was very inconsistent, but obviously going into 5-6, I think it was 5-6 chicane. I was doing what you said. I was just short shifting up to fourth, trying to get traction. I mean, the wets I've been trying to get with no traction control, and I was weak in the wets. I'll give myself that. But as soon as I saw them dry, as soon as I pitted, that my engineer said, the weather looks very not sure. Whenever I get a message, said to Bar in our Discord call, box. He's quite far ahead of me. Made a call for both of us to go to mediums, and I think that really paid off.
Yeah, we were getting very excited to say the least with all the interrunners obviously staying out and you two in the Alpha Romeo. We could see visually the track was drying. What was the turning point in you deciding to, in the end, box for slick tyres?
It looked like the conditions we had in China, and because I boxed to fix my front wing, I messed it up and went to inters. If I didn't mess that up, I would have been on mediums, and I would have been long gone up there. But again, it was a call which it was a 50-50. We were at the back of the grid. I was just like, you know what? If we take the risk, if we get 5 second, no, if we DNF and get 0 points, we took a risk. We were at the back of the grid, so, and the risk paid off for one of us. I mean, my driver of the day, he stormed it up there and got so unlucky to finish outside the points.
Yeah, and as you said, obviously Bar sadly just was a lap down and obviously took P11, which wasn't the best obviously for your constructors, but obviously a good result for you, and I think you both will be wanting to bounce back for France. And speaking of, do you know how you two are around Paul Ricard? Do you classify it as one of your favourites? I don't think you've done it in FRL.
No,
so
I have. I've done every single track. I've done every single track now apart from Australia. So.
Ah, okay. So how do you think you're going to fare around France? I can't remember in F2 how you fared last time, but
I think I was 15th. I feel like France, it's again a weak track for me, and the strategy for that is going to be all over the place. Some people are going to do 2-stoppers, some people are going to do 3-stoppers. If someone does a one stop, I'll happily send them like 10 quid and without puncture. So
I think Highlander will probably make an argument of doing a 5-stopper, but you know, it'll be a great race, I'm sure. And obviously best of luck for France, and well done for collecting 10, possibly 12 points if you get the penalty route.
Yeah, right, thank you. Thanks for commentating. Good luck tomorrow.
No worries, I think we've seen Hawk join the party, so hopefully there's nothing too serious, but don't think there is, so we'll move on. I'll go blue screen for a second as looking at the rest of the drivers. I think we've got Lewis and Jake, so I'll have a look to see who finished above each other, as it was, I think, Jake who managed to finish the race, being 4 laps down, but finished the race nonetheless. You did, Jake, so do you want to just talk us through your initial feelings about the race, because it looks pretty all over the place from you, to put it simply. How would you say the race went for you overall? Obviously you didn't want to be P12, but you looked like you could have got some points there, just all the spins obviously undermined it. Inters. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. And yeah, I think you would have been, maybe if you stuck in the race with a bit of fortune, maybe could have got 1 point, but I mean, it wasn't obviously the cleanest of races. You did 6 pit stops in the end, so surely in France you're going to want to keep it nice and tidy. Hopefully we see you in France, because obviously you've been missing a few races, but obviously when you come back you do sort your qualifying out, but it's just the race you need to work on. Yeah, and as you said, I think in Bahrain actually, which is pretty much the opposite of a street track, you did pretty well. So hopefully in France, with all the runoff, you're going to be aiming for points or even a top 5. What's the aim? Yeah, but hopefully you'll, yeah. hmm Well. I think your qualifying's there. It's just the race. So hopefully, if you can qualify high in France, then keep it up. Well, you can sort it out with a bit of practice, I'm sure, for France. But hopefully, I think a lot of people want your bad luck, like with Lewis, who are coming on to end finally. And once it does, I'm sure you'll get some strong points for Alpine. Or whoever you're going to reserve for, obviously. So best of luck for France, and enjoy your evening as best as you can. As I think Lewis is next, if Lewis is there, which should be the last interview. I think, yeah, I think that pretty much summarises your race. But I mean, it was a bit up and down. I think we saw a few times you battling a couple of drivers, but yeah, it wasn't overall the best, was it? Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, we saw it with tyres, and it pretty much the exact same thing in dry conditions. I think it even was. So you obviously, especially with it being wet, do you think maybe those conditions didn't suit you today with I imagine, like you and a lot of the other drivers, you are practicing in the dry, not the wet. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Well, I think as with every week or see which goes very poorly, you have to kind of live yourself for a track which I imagine you're going to be. Well, you said you like Monaco in the past, so France is got a lot of runoff. So does this suit you more than maybe like Jake would say, where he's not a big fan of France? Does France suit you a lot, or do you not like it at all? I don't think there's been many races where you said you like the track, so I'm expecting big things for you next Monday. Hopefully you get all the points you've missed out on in the last few rounds, so who knows, maybe a podium if you hook everything up to perfection, but you never know. But obviously, in terms of France as well, you're going to be looking to get some points, which obviously you missed out on the last few rounds, but hopefully it goes well for you, and as well with your teammate leaving, which I think means Casey replaced him, but obviously he wasn't here, and I think he's moved. So, I mean, if Jake keeps turning up, he could possibly become your teammate. But are you focusing more on drivers, or would you say constructors? Because the constructors, you're not actually too far off the lead, only or 15 points off before today. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and I definitely think you're now going to become the first driver. So a little bit of pressure for you in France, especially for Alpine's home Grand Prix. So big expectations for you in France. I'm hoping you'll live up to them, like many others who probably want this bad luck for you to finally go away. I'm sure it will. So hopefully next week you come back really strong, get some points, and finish the race. But in terms of today, obviously commiserations for a DNF. No worries. And apart from Mr. T-Hawk, I think we're done, but I'll just have a double check. Yes, we're all done and sorted here. So thanks for watching. I think we reached 14 viewers watching F4, which is pretty good, almost better than F1 at times. So really pleased for everyone enjoying a very chaotic but pretty brilliant race with battles for the lead, overtakes all around, even for the wooden spoon. And changing conditions made it an absolute belter. But hopefully you catch us for France. There's going to be people trying to get redemption after a couple of bad races, and some people trying to actually get back on top, the likes of VIP GTA game, with the championships wide open now with Alf King leading, and Ferrari have probably slipped up quite slightly. So both championships are going to get tasty in France. Hope you follow us in a week's time, and we'll see you then.